Well, you know, when you said the top 5 centers of all time, I looked it up. So here is a list on ESPN. So let's see who we're going to knock out of the top 5. Number 1, they have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Okay.
Number 2 is Will Chamberlain.
Okay.
They're going old school with the list. You know what I mean? Bill Russell's number 3. Shaq is number 4.
Mm-hmm.
And Hakeem Olajuwon is number 5.
Okay. 1, no one in their right mind to say if these guys all matched up in their prime, not one of them would beat Shaq, right? No, not even close. Orlando Shaq, Lakers Shaq will blow past all these guys when it comes to just what he does.
Well, he's bigger than everyone that we just mentioned.
You know what I mean? And actually he had skill. It's not like he was playing brute basketball.
No.
Right? So he will dominate these guys.
Okay.
But, you know, now you're talking about, you know, Kareem because he has the most points, right?
Yep.
But outside of his sky hook, what did he actually do? What did he improve in? Right? You know, let's just be honest. Like I've seen the dunk contest he was in, trash, right? You know, but I don't expect him to be a great dunker, but just watching how he played the game then, and, you know, this is like Atari. I can't say Atari's good if I know what, you know, the Xbox, you know, X and S looks like. You know, I know what these graphics look like. Yeah. So it's hard for me to say, yeah, you can beat this generation of gaming. So with Shaquille O'Neal, it's like none of you guys, he will brutalize you guys. So technically, he would be the number 1 center, the most dominant center ever. Yeah, your numbers say, yeah, you are, but you played Shaq one-on-one. It's your lunch meat.
Okay, so Shaq versus Jokic one-on-one.
Shaq will beat through Jokic.
So who would you knock off this top 5 list? Would it be
for Jokic? Yeah. I'm knocking off Bill Russell.
Bill Russell.
May he rest in peace. 1, let's just be honest. When did he play? The 60s?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so there's like, 6, 7 black people in the league at the time? Let's just be honest. I mean, you know what I mean? Listen, if you're a Boston fan, you're a Bill Russell's fan, listen, I understand this is not going to be the best topic for you, but reality is reality.
All right. In fact, he played from 56 to 69. So he played in the 50s.
Yeah, so that means
there was 2 black people.
Yeah, there was basically 2 to 3 black people back then. There was no free agency.
Yeah.
Right? So it only happened in trades. Fucking AAU schedule. Right? You had a YMCA schedule. So that means there's fucking 4 teams on the side, 4 to 6 on the side, 4 to 6 on the side. So whoever was the dominant team, you weren't going to get dethroned because there was no free agent market. You just drafted players or you traded. So basically, if you didn't like your talent, right, and you were trying to rebuild, all you did just trade with Boston. They give you their start. That's why, like, they had bench players that made the All-Star game and are all in the NBA Hall of Fame. Right? So, you know, 2 out of his 3 championships, his team was under 500.
Well, yeah, and even back then, a lot of the basketball players would have jobs.
They all had second jobs.
Jobs, right? I mean, they would play the NBA and then go back to work at like the factory, and then the next season they'd go back and play the NBA.
And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you have 11 rings. I get it, right? You know, you don't want to like talk down on, you know, the guys who started this. That's usually the argument. Well, we started this for you. Congratulations. Yes. I get it. Someone had to.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about the greatest of all time, unfortunately, you just don't make the list anymore. I'm sorry, anymore. You cannot make the list anymore. And no matter how they argue, and the people who argue, right? If I said, hey, Michael Jordan, a guy from the 60s, what do you think if y'all played one-on-one? Now he will just fucking laugh, like, get the fuck out of here, right? Like this would be disgusting. Don't even talk to me about this guy. And if you ask the players today, hey, what would you do against this guy? Now would it become, we would destroy them. But then they would try to argue for them.